Yahoo! Uh-oh!
Yahoo! Zay!
Power to the people, we're back to do maintenance. yeah, we're gonna rock like crack when it came in.
So,
welcome. Hello. Hi. How are you? Bao. Ciao.
On,
Bonjour. Comment ça va? Welcome to track 8 of the Two Stubborn Nigerians podcast. Can I say it one more time for the people in the back? Of course I can. Welcome to track 8 of the Two Stubborn Nigerians podcast. The only podcast to bar track 7. The only podcast to consistently analyze both number of songs and album length.
Man, who else?
Who else?
If not the Kings.
Who else? If not the Kings. That was, of course, the informal national anthem of the nation of Nigeria.
The greatest song in the world.
The greatest song in the world. Yahuze by OUDerinde.
Man, that song has been sweet since age 7.
Since I was a toddler.
Crazy.
Like, it's always been there for me. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand. There was a point where I really thought that was a national anthem. Because how would I know any better?
Oh, man.
I had to hit it out the gate. Just to, preview where we're going on a point in this track. I don't necessarily know where we're going, but I feel like there's a point in this track where we may touch upon a song or two, maybe an artist, maybe even an album that came out of Nigeria in the past month. I don't know.
I don't know, man. If that's where the spirit takes us.
If that's where we're led, But let's introduce this properly. Like I said, welcome to track 8, the Two Stubborn Nigerians podcast. I am one half of your host. That's 50%, but I'm not 50 Cent. That's quick. Do you see how I did that?
Man.
Do you see how I did that? Listen,
album mode.
It's me. It's Podcast P.
Yes, sir.
And with me, to my left,
yes, sir.
on the other side of the room,
come on, man.
round the corner,
bro,
at 6 feet distance, on Zoom. It's the guy who gave you the look.
Yes, sir.
Then he decided to give you the verse.
Yes, sir.
And just out of the graciousness of his heart, he also gave you the hook.
I felt like it that day, man.
That's why every pod sounds like Kekz featuring Kekz.
Come on, you know the damn vibe. We back.
It's the king.
Huh.
How you feeling, King Kekz?
Bro, I can't lie to you. Today I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Listen, if you don't know,
it
was a big day yesterday.
We're
gonna get into it.
It was a huge day. Listen, this might be our flu game. This might be our flu game. We was up. We was tracking the news heavily.
Yep.
I don't know why we were tracking the news, but for whatever reason we felt like tracking the news.
We had to.
It was a tumultuous week.
Huh.
Look at me in my lexicon back early.
Bro,
what podcast you know that's going to say tumultuous within the first 3 minutes?
Listen, do you know what it is? Your syllable game is crazy.
It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy.
Who else?
But yeah, we got a lot that we want to get to today.
Yes,
man, no, but in all seriousness, how are you feeling?
I'm alright. I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? The second you hit record, the energy is
different.
The energy is different. All of a sudden, it's like electricity through the body.
Oh, bro, it just be flowing, popping and locking. It'd be flowing through. Man, we want to say a huge thank you to each of you.
Yes, sir.
Track 8. Track 8.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
But I can't stress that every new episode, I just flash back to us saying, how are we going to do this? What's our structure? How do we even have a logo? Where are we getting a logo from? What are we doing here? Now we're just in it.
Just constantly evolving.
Man.
Constantly pushing forward.
How are you feeling, though, man? How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. Like you said, this is probably going to be our flu game pod. No, we don't have the Rona. We're just tired.
Yeah, come on.
We're suffering from success. We're suffering from success.
Bro, we're suffering.
Now, why do I say that we're suffering from success?
Why, man?
Because we had to put the team on our back. We were down 3-1.
Crazy.
We were down 3-1.
Crazy. It was looking bleak.
Against a team that won 73 games.
Oh my God.
We had to go into their building.
Oh my God.
But lo and behold, I put up 28 points. You put up 15 assists. And between us, we got 13 rebounds.
Crazy.
And you know what we did?
What?
We brought it home.
Man.
Where did we bring it home?
Man.
Cleveland!
this is for you! Listen, man. Listen. If you don't know, it's that time of the week. New market alert. Listen, man. Yesterday I was chilling at home.
You were chilling at home.
Just vibing out. I get a message from Paul.
Yeah.
New market alert.
New market alert.
Paul sends me a picture.
Yeah.
Saying Ohio's in the building.
Ohio, the Ohio state.
Do you know what it is, Paul?
Yeah.
I like to think of myself as a good judge of character.
That's right.
Right? And sometimes that relates to looking at notifications.
Yeah.
And this notification, listen, maybe it's just me, but to me, it looks like that's LeBron.
It has to be.
So
it has to be.
LeBron, welcome to the pod.
Welcome to the pod. Now I know LeBron hasn't been in Ohio for years.
No, that was him.
But it was him. He was flying over. He was definitely flying over. That's definitely it. So LeBron, welcome in. Happy to have you.
Honestly.
On the off case, it's not LeBron. Kevin Love, it's great to have you here.
Man,
great to have you here.
NBA
30 and 30 guy.
Wow.
The guy who's 30 and 30.
Crazy.
Great to have you here, Kevin Love. Huge fan.
Man.
But then on top of that. On top of that. Just across the channel right there.
Even more.
Just to the side. Deutschland.
Oh my God.
Man. Because you know me.
God.
You know me, man. I'll be whipping around in my German.
Come on, man. Round my German.
You know what I'm saying? Every day's looking in my German. In my German whip in an orange cup. I don't have a German whip. Maybe one day. My whip is very much American. Like Ford is the most American of American thing. I'm in Detroit. Like
is Ford even American?
Yeah.
Is it not British?
No, it's American.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Detroit.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Tom Ford. You can check it.
Two different people.
No, you can check it, but it's American. But yeah, welcome. Deutschland, Germany. Happy to have you in the building.
It's about time, man.
We just keep expanding.
I've been waiting. I went for you at the door.
Really was. Really was.
Man.
I'm gonna pass over to you. King Kekz, tell us what we're going through today, man.
Man, we're going through today. Now, if you were here last episode, you know last episode was a special episode for us. We decided, we're going to give a lot of love to Wale.
Yes, sir.
Now, in doing so, we missed a lot of album reviews.
Oh, man, so much.
People have been getting at me, they want to hear our view on certain albums.
Yep.
We're going to give it to you today, man.
We're going to give it to you.
We're going to get to so many albums today that I don't... Fam, you're going to be here for a while.
You're going to be here for a while. I don't know how we're going to get through this.
You're just going to sit back, enjoy.
Pick your spots.
Listen, there's timestamps down there, but listen to everything.
Listen to everything.
Because there's a lot that we have to get into today.
Yeah, there's a lot we have to get into.
But before we get into that today, before we get there, we've started something recently, man.
Okay.
Something important.
Yeah.
As we like to say every week, some of you guys, Paul very well.
That's right.
Paul extremely well, even.
Too well for Paul's liking.
In fact, the reason you're here today is because, you heard Paul's name was attached to this.
That might be true.
But you don't even know who Rahim is. Like, you're sitting there, who's this guy talking to me right now?
Like, it's crazy.
My name's Rahim, I come from
blah, blah, blah.
Fam, some of you guys, know me extremely well.
Too well.
Fam, you're sitting there, you can say my degree, my favourite colour, my favourite number.
Yeah.
But you're saying, who's this guy in the background? Like, who's this other guy there?
Who's this guy?
Fam, that's Paul, me and Paul been cool for a minute,
blah, whatever.
Some of you guys, both of us so well, to the point where you see Paul, you're like, man, Paul, where's Rahim? When's the last time you saw Rahim? You see Rahim, when's the last time you see Paul, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, cool. Thank you, thanks for coming again. Some of you guys, like our people out in Germany, like our people out in Ohio, should I say LeBron?
Yeah, shout out.
You don't know either of us.
At all.
That's fair. So today, I figured we're going to have a little story time.
We're having story time. Now,
Paul doesn't know the story I'm going to tell.
I have no idea.
This is a story, and this story for me, I love this story in it, because for me, it just says, it talks to things just meant to happen, right?
You taking on a trip down memory lane?
A big way down memory lane, man, Paul.
Take it there.
Man, back in 2000 and something.
2000 and something.
2000 something.
I feel you.
My 6th birthday coming up.
Okay.
Now, at this point, me and Paul have been close friends. So long at this point.
long.
Yeah, we had gone to the same school. I had moved school at this point, but we're still bare cool.
Still kicking it.
Now, my birthday coming up.
Yeah.
And this is before, my little sister came and ruined the whole vibe. So my mum at this point says, Rahim.
Jesus Lord. That's what we're doing today. Okay.
My mum said, Rahim, you know what, for your birthday this year, I'm taking you and a few of your friends down to Disneyland.
Jesus.
Man, I was excited. Obviously, when she said you and a few of your friends, I know the friends who are coming.
Yeah.
And at the top of that list My good friend Paul.
Man.
Me and Paul would talk every time we link up. Man, okay.
It's gonna be crazy.
Fam, it's gonna be crazy when we see Mickey Mouse. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy when we see Goofy.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go see Buzz Lightyear.
I'm gonna spud my nigga Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, bro, we're talking weeks.
I was ready to scrap Woody.
Yeah.
Me and Woody was ready to scrap.
Oh, Woody had some explaining.
Yeah, bro.
They gave you in the movie, but
yeah,
me.
I ain't forgive you yet.
Bro, we were excited. Excited. So, you know, every day we're talking. Now, the night before my birthday comes.
Mm-hmm.
We're chilling, you know. We're going to France tomorrow. So what are we doing? Paul, come stay around mine.
Yeah.
My cousins, come stay around mine. You know, come stay around.
Yeah.
We're all talking. We're all excited. We're all, you know, oh, this is what we're going to do. Then we're going to do this. Then we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Cool. I fall asleep that day. I wake up. Paul's nowhere to be found.
Man.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Doesn't even make sense to me.
At all.
Mum, what happened? Oh, I went to sleep. Me and Paul were talking.
Yeah.
I've woken up. Where's Paul? You know what? Cool. We go to France now. Listen, man. As much as it was sad that Paul wasn't there,
had a whale of a time.
I went to the most magical place on earth. What do you want me to do?
You sad?
Listen, I was happy, man. I had the time of my life.
My side of that story is so crazy because there's a reason why. But like, I woke up that morning, yeah. Like you said, we went to sleep. We sleep over. I woke up that morning just in my normal bed, and it was just like a normal morning. So I woke up. It was like, okay, cool. Went downstairs, sat down at the dinner table. Went to get my cereal, chilling. It was maybe I'd maybe sat down at the dinner table for 20 minutes. And I was like, wait. I just thought, I was like, wait, this ain't France. I was so confused. I was so baffled and flabbergasted. Like, why am I not meant to be somewhere? But for like, it was just a normal morning. Just kept it chilling, and it was literally like a TV show where you just stop as I'm eating my cereal. I'm just like, wait, this is home. Like, where is France? Why does France look so familiar? Crazy vibe.
It was crazy, didn't it? Because obviously, when we got back now, I'm sitting there thinking, damn, okay, cool. It was fun. Like, we had bare fun.
I can imagine.
And I'm going to have to tell Paul everything he missed when I next see him.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know, Paul, we weren't going to see each other again.
For years.
And you know what, Paul? I'm leaving the story there.
Yeah.
Because Miss O'Sullivan said, leave them wanting more. Shout out drama.
Shout out drama.
Come on, man.
Niggas don't know I have a drama bag, man.
Crazy.
It's so crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Listen.
Man, what a story. That was your trip down memory lane. Trip.
As I said, people obviously, there's a lot of people who think we linked up in uni.
Oh, bro.
Absolute
known, rubbish.
Crazy.
Absolute garbage for my American listeners.
Man.
Hey, man. You know I have to tailor it to the gang. LeBron's listening.
Crazy.
You didn't see how I did that? Tailor it to the gang.
Man.
Tailored gang.
Man.
Considering who we're speaking about later today. Man.
Listen, we're in album mode.
I'm in album mode. But following story time is, of course, that time of the podcast where each of us come together as a congregation to discuss arguably the most important part of our podcast, which is very simply, what did Armani Caesar do this week?
Oh, man.
The Liz. Now, I hear you asking Rahim, Paul, what did Armani Caesar do this week?
Paul?
Yeah.
What did Armani Caesar do this week?
Man, she did what well over 200 million other Americans did.
Go touch some Kekz?
No.
Go on the yacht?
No. They don't have time for all of that because it's a panoramic. But no, like so many millions of Americans. She took her ass to the polls.
Man.
She took her ass to the polls.
Man.
And she voted. She voted. And the news came down somewhere around, it was about 6 p.m. UK time on the 7th of November 2020. News came down that Joe Biden is the president-elect of the United States. Meaning that the president, number 45, Donald J. Trump, is a one-term president, 4 years, and he is out. Could never be Barack Obama. Could never even be George Bush. Like, George Bush got 8 years. You couldn't get past 4.
Come on, man.
Like, bruh.
Joking.
But you saw democracy at work, and this leads us into our social justice segment, if you could not tell. You saw democracy at work. You saw people go out in their millions, and you saw people who had been adults for years and who had never voted go out and register to vote.
Yep.
Huge shout out to Stacey Abrams down in the state of Georgia, who, even though she had lost her governor race a few years ago, made a plea to get so many people registered. They say she got over 800,000 people registered in the state of Georgia and has been able to flip the state of Georgia Democrat for the first time since 1992. Man. I don't know about you. I wasn't born in 1992. Not even close.
I wasn't even a thought.
Nowhere near. But they flipped the state of Georgia for the first time since 1992. Shout out to the millions of people who voted across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, specifically the black people who turned out in Philadelphia, the black people who turned out in Detroit. Yes, shout out Big Sean. Shout out Royce the 5'9". Yes, shout out Cash Doll. Yo, for real. Shout out Cash Doll. Shout out Brody James. Yeah, for real. Shout out the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan, changing the game. Wisconsin, man, you really came up. You really came up big. I didn't expect that at all. Wisconsin came through. Minnesota, you know what you do. You know what you do. Shout out to each and every one of you. But I think the major point to come out of this is that the problems that Americans face and that we as a world face do not go away with Donald Trump. I think it's very poignant to remember, as Donald Trump will point out, and he's right to point out, over 70 million people voted for him. Yeah. Over 70 million people agree with his views on politics and way of life. There's going to be a lot to combat over the next 4 years, potentially the next 8 years. But the political mobilization that we have seen, really since May of this year, cannot stop. At all. It has not ended with a successful victory here. It needs to continue. President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris and their administration will need to be held accountable. Drastically accountable to the promises that they have made. The changes that we would want to see, not just in the United States, but across the world. They need to be held accountable to doing that. They need to address this coronavirus pandemic. They need to address the police violence pandemic. They need to address the international violence pandemic, like end SARS, which we are still fighting for, has not gone away just because it's not on your timeline anymore. People in Nigeria are still suffering. People in Congo are still suffering. People in South Africa are still suffering. These issues have not gone away. They will not go away. Donald Trump losing this election does not change what we have seen and what is going on. There are still millions of migrant children who are locked up in cages in the US. That needs to change. The rhetoric which comes out of British politics every week needs to change. There is still disenfranchisement across so many levels of our institutions for black people and other communities of color and other minority communities, which needs to change and which needs to be addressed. And it is up to all of us to celebrate this victory while we can, but also know that on 12:01 p.m. Eastern Time on January 20th, 2021, we holding niggas accountable. I don't care if you're 78 or 87. I don't care. We at the next, we on next. Like, what are you doing for me
as soon as
right
possible?
Now? As soon as possible.
Man. Yeah, well said. Well said.
Thank you.
You know, it doesn't end with the president. Especially in America, I know that as much as the presidential candidacy is important to vote for and everything,
yes, sir,
is also the local elections that you guys need to be taking part in.
Come on, man.
You know, it doesn't end. As you said, you have to keep the political mobilization up.
Yeah.
Just make sure your voice is heard every chance you get.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, yeah, I think you hit all the points on the head, man.
Thank you.
All the points on the head.
And that was it.
Man.
But once again, congratulations to President-elect Joe Biden. Congratulations to Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, the first woman, first black woman, first Asian woman, first just a staple. She has a lot to work through because we know her record is less than exemplary. But, you know, it's change. Change has come. Huge shout out to Stacey Abrams. They fed her the ball in the low post down south, down in Georgia, and she took it to the hole. You know, every time Shaq and Chuck are on Thursday Night TNT, they always say, as a big man, down in the low post, you need to be averaging 45 and 50. And Stacey Abrams came through and said, "Give me the ball down in Georgia. I got it for them." What did they want? They want one dribble shot. I've got it for you. What do you want?
I said, hey, I'm not even a ball stopper.
I'm not a ball stopper. I'm just get it. Give it to me. I'm gonna roll to the baseline, lay it up.
Quick.
What do you want? Back down, turn around, dunk. I've got it for you. Take it, draw the double team, kick to my 3-point shooters. I've got it for you.
Hey. We're not a basketball.
We're not a basketball podcast at all. We're not a basketball podcast at all. But what we are is a music podcast.
Man.
Like you said, we have a gargantuan episode in front of us. We have a gargantuan.
Hey, listen, the words that come out on this podcast, yeah?
Listen, some of you have been to Thorpe Park. We have a colossal podcast.
Oh my god.
Ahead of us.
He's flexing, man.
Today.
Hey, he's flexing on y'all.
We have a gargantuan, we have a colossal podcast ahead of us today. We have so many albums that we want to run through, we want to get to. And I mean, it's only right that we take it home.
It's only right.
To start us off.
If you don't know...
Where have you been?
Oh my god. Made in Lagos.
By
Wizkid.
Starboy.
Hey, stop. Paul, stop.
Starboy. Starboy Wizzy.
Stop. Because I need to tell the people. 14 songs. 52 minutes long.
52 minutes and 3 seconds.
Man. Listen, where else?
Man.
We're back, because we took a break last week.
We took it back. We're back. Made in Lagos.
What an album, man.
What an album.
Yo.
Just straight out the gate, there's no dilly-dallying around.
He came on crud.
This is sensational.
Oh my god.
This is crack. This is blue magic.
That Friday, the Friday that this dropped, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't Friday, he dropped it on Thursday.
He dropped it on Thursday night. He dropped it really early, so it did actually come out Thursday night our time, yeah.
I remember, I was waiting for this album from, September?
We believed it was going to be the week before. Obviously, that was when all of the protests in Nigeria really blew up. So I think he decided to hold on to it for an extra week.
Yeah, and I remember seeing that morning he tweeted 11/11.
Yeah.
Now in my head, stupid me, thought, 11/11? Okay, it's coming out on the 11th of November. Cool, I can wait. Little did I know he meant it's coming out at 11 minutes past 11.
Yeah, make a wish. Yeah, 11/11.
Man, he did not disappoint.
At all.
Bro, for it to be called Made in Lagos, first of all, I already knew. My expectations were high from the second
on the top.
Man. And then you come with Reckless. Oh, Paul.
What an intro.
Oh, Paul.
The intro and the outro on this album
is
different because he outroed with Grace.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
It's not even. Do you know what it is for me? Because obviously you just play Ginger, yeah.
You want to make a ginger? You need it.
Two of arguably the biggest artists from Nigeria right now.
No, stop. Two of the biggest artists on the planet.
On the planet.
And it is not questionable.
And they're just going back and forth, just singing
back
beautifully.
And forth.
Oh my gosh! And then Burna Boy at the end just
decided, you know, let me fuck around. Let me fuck around with all the bass because I know they'll be saying, "Ooh, Starboy." Let me show them now. I'm still Burna shot.
Crazy.
Went in.
Oh my god.
In.
Oh my goodness.
This is a sensational album.
It's great because there's a few albums out there, right?
Yeah.
That when you listen to them, they make you not want to be where you are. They make you want to go and travel.
That's right.
It's like we said last week, when you listen to Miami Nights, like you
feel like you're in Miami. That's absolutely right.
I feel like I'm just living my life next to a swimming pool in Nigeria when I listen to this.
This is such a great vibe.
It's beautiful.
It's so eclectic, but again, still so extremely cohesive. This is another one of these albums where the features, everyone knew what they were coming to do, and they came to play. They put their best foot forward.
Yeah, especially, and to my not surprise, because they always work well together.
Come on, man, speak on it.
But Skepta,
speak on it.
Came so correct.
The chemistry.
Crazy.
The absolute chemistry.
Because when and there's a question I have for you, but I'll ask it of you in a second.
Yeah.
This album, for it to be called Made in Lagos.
Yeah.
Some of the features on this album, I wouldn't necessarily expect.
Man, not at all.
So obviously, because I've been every week, I'll be checking for this album every week. Oh, cool. And how it appears on Apple Music is track 1, track 2, track 3. He let us know that Smile was going to be there, which was featuring her.
Man.
What a song.
One of the single greatest artists on the planet.
Oh my god.
One of the most talented women, one of the most talented people.
Oh my god. Like, she's one of the gatekeepers of R&B right now.
She's one of the gatekeepers of music.
Crazy.
Like, period.
Crazy.
Period.
I thought this was my expectation for this album anyway was that it was going to be mostly Nigerian born artists, especially when it's called Made in Lagos. So a lot of these features I wasn't expecting. But every single one of them, as you said, they came correct.
Thames on Essence, Terry on Roma, like,
man,
brilliant.
Man,
they really came to play.
Paul, the question I have for you, man.
Yeah, hit me.
So obviously, earlier this year, as we were just talking about him, Burna Boy, he dropped Way Too Big? No, not Way Too Big. He dropped earlier this year Twice as Tall.
Twice as Tall.
Now, Twice as Tall, I can't remember if it was you I had this conversation with.
I think it was.
Where we both agreed it was a good album, but it wasn't as good as African Giant.
Absolutely not.
And because of that, it didn't have the same lifespan. I felt like it didn't have that type of lifespan.
No, absolutely not.
What do you think is the main difference between that and an album like this? Why is this album how can this, what makes you think that this album's gonna have a longer lifespan than that one?
Cohesion. It's a really cohesive tape. It's a really cohesive tape. I think Twice as Tall struggles is where a lot of artists struggle. Is, to me, I think a lot of people would agree because I think it's impossible. African Giant is one of the best albums of the last decade. It is a classic album. Like, it's a classic album. The sounds, the songs, the meanings, it's amazing. And so, as an artist, like we say, so many artists fall to this. When you drop one of those classic albums, following it up is really tough. I think that's what happened with Burna. I think it's probably, I want to say too quick, but there's some distance between them when you actually think about it. This is just cohesive. It's so cohesive. It's a great tape. The sounds are just beautiful. It shows just a great bag that Wizkid was in throughout it. Like I said, the features were just absolutely stellar. And it's just one of these albums which is just, you take away any of the meanings of any of the songs, it's just a sonically pleasing album.
Yeah, honestly.
It's just so great to hear, and it's one of those albums which you'll just keep in rotating. Same as African Giant. African Giant was the exact same.
Yeah.
You take away the meaning of any of those songs, Secret, like, you want to hear that over and over again every single time. Like, you want to hear Danko say it over and over again every single time. And it's just one of those albums, and Made in Lagos fits in the exact same vein. Exact same vein.
I think out of Africa, not even Africa, out of Nigeria specifically.
Out of Nigeria.
The one thing that they're really good at doing, that we're really good at doing,
yes sir,
is just creating sonically pleasing music.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
If anything else, it's going to sound amazing.
It just sounds good on the ear.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, look at the song that we led off this podcast with.
Man.
It just sounds good on the ear. No, you can have no idea what they're saying. Whether you like it or not, you have to vibe.
Oh my god.
It just sounds good on the ear. When you look at this album, and you look at the track list of this album, what track do you really just pull from it? What track hit you like a ton of bricks that made you just feel, oh my goodness, this is...
It's the single that he led off the album with.
No Stress?
Yep. Oh my goodness, Paul.
Why so?
Bro, it just... Like we just said, man, sonically talking...
Yeah.
There's something about when a song just absolutely... Like, you listen to a song and... For me not to be a single artist, a singles type of guy, should I say.
Yeah.
I like a whole project, right?
I feel you.
When I listen to a single, it's usually to get an idea of what the album's going to be like, and I'll come back when the album's out. For No Stress to be a song that I actually downloaded, because I needed to listen to it every day, because I love that song so much, just tells you what No Stress is, oh my god, is one of the most beautiful songs I've heard this year. Now, in terms of when I'm listening to the album, Smile does it for me, man.
Yeah.
Smile is so good on the album. I heard it as a single first.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't crazy about it. It was like, okay.
It fits really well on the album, man.
Man, it fits really so well.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And it's her doing her thing, and then the star boy in his absolute bag.
Yeah.
Man, this whole album is just... It's that vibe. It's just that vibe. Like, I don't know what else to say. What about you? What's some take from it?
Them no fear run my race.
Oh my god.
Run my race.
Oh my god.
Run my race. Run my race. Steady, I did my lane. I say my. Oh man, that grace. What a way to end off an album.
Man.
What a way to end up. Sometimes that's all it needs. Just repeat a beautiful hook, chorus, and vibe.
Yep.
And just that's it. Like, them no fee run my race. Like, steady, I did my lane. I stay in my lane and I run my own race. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
It's that simple, man.
We as a podcast, we ain't worried about you niggas.
Come on, man.
We ain't.
Come on,
We're
man.
just staying in our lane and running our race. Don't run our race.
Come on, man.
Because we run it.
Run.
It's not your race to run. You ain't the one who's getting mentions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't the one who's seeing the numbers and the metrics go up. You ain't the one out in Singapore.
Come on, bro. You don't even have the mic.
You don't have the mic.
So you're trying to run the race.
You're not out in Iceland.
Come on, man.
Hendon isn't showing you love every week.
Crazy. Hey, listen, man. Listen. As you said it a couple episodes ago. We're just increasing.
We're just elevating.
Why? Because our race to run.
Our race is
and
run.
And
we're running it.
Come on, man.
We're staying in our lane.
Come on, man.
Fabulous album.
It's really good.
A fabulous album. I recommend it to every single person on this microphone.
What I will say, with these, see, this is one of the things I like about Afrobeats as well. With R&B that comes out now, new R&B albums, I know, especially in my household, specifically, I know it's pretty much just me listening to it. Same with hip hop, same with rap, same with UK music.
Right.
With Afrobeats, I know everyone in my house is listening to it.
Yeah.
My mum, my stepdad, my sister, everyone is listening. So, in talking to the older people in my house, they were a bit thrown off by Damian Marley specifically on this album. Now me, I'm always happy to hear Damian Marley, man. That's my like. I've been loved Damian Marley.
Legend.
They were thrown off by him. They said, "Oh, Wizkid, he thinks he's American now. He's trying to get in. What's it called?
US crowd.
He's also bringing in Jamaican influences, blah blah blah." What do you think about Damian Marley on the album? Because I loved it.
You know it was. Something happened earlier this year. You were present to it. I was privy to it. Our people over at No Signal hosted a 10v10. Yep. Where they put Wizkid's catalogue up against 5 Cartel's catalogue.
Oh yes, sir.
If you don't know what happened, it was a body bag.
It was crazy.
It was a whitewash.
It was a murder.
It was 10-0.
Oh my god.
As in Wizkid scored 10.
Jesus.
Vibes scored 0.
Hey man, that's some people's king.
Listen. That's nothing against Vibes, okay? But what that did is it fractured the space-time continuum, and there was a rift in the fabric of time. If you guys can't tell, I've been rewatching Doctor Who. You can tell. There was a real rift in the space-time continuum, and within that rift, we were seeing a very the relations between Nigeria and the Caribbean, Jamaica specifically, were fracturing. And Wizkid had to remind it, we're all one people. You know what I'm saying? We all black. You know what I'm saying? So he said, let me go bring one of the kings of that Caribbean island, of that sound, and bring him in. Bring him back into the fold to try and harmonize. Try and unite.
Mend relations.
Similar to the president-elect, who is saying he wants to unite the harm that has been done. So Wizkid, in his presidential bag, flicked up his agbada on both sides and said, let me unite.
Yes, sir.
Let me bring someone in. I really like the song. I think it was a great vibe. I think it fits well on the album. I can understand not feeling it too much. It does bring a different sound to the album, but he is an international superstar.
Yeah, he is.
Sometimes you have to tailor yourself to a certain crowd to give them what they need. I like it. You like it. But I'm with you. This is one of those albums where I think everyone in the house should be listening to it. We should be jamming this album as a whole, as a collective, together. Because, I mean, them no say wrong my race.
Come on, man.
Wrong my race. Ay.
Yeah, one thing about us.
Singing.
If you don't hear singing, then it's not us.
It's not us. It's not us at all. Picked on the wrong podcast. Oh, man. Made in Lagos.
Man.
Any more you gotta say?
I can say more, but I don't think there's any need. Like, if you can't pick up on the fact that we think that you should go listen to this album if you haven't.
Everyone.
then again, you've missed it. You missed it.
Everyone, just really big shout out to Wizkid.
Yeah, honestly.
Fantastic album.
Amazing album, man.
Fantastic album.
So, okay, Paul.
Yes, sir.
There's another artist out there, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm gonna let the people know now.
Yeah.
I'm only just finding out 20 minutes ago.
Man.
That she's not Nigerian.
It's crazy.
It's really crazy. It's crazy. It's affecting me a little bit. I'm still trying to deal with it.
Still trying to come to terms with it.
I feel like I've been lied to, but it's fine because it's too late now. I'm already a fan.
It's too late. You're already a fan.
I'm invested.
Yep.
Queen Naija, Misunderstood.
Misunderstood, the album.
Listen, before we get any further.
Yes, sir.
I just told you we're back.
We're back.
What do you think is coming?
What do you think is coming?
18 songs. Woof.
18.
Woof, almost messed that one up.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's cool. It's cool.
18 songs.
Yep.
50 minutes long.
Man.
Good length.
Good length.
Seriously, good
Solid length.
Now, Queen Naija.
Mm-hmm.
An artist who I've been seeing her on a lot of features.
Yeah.
As of the last 2 years.
Yeah.
The first one I saw her on was on A Boogie's album.
Yeah.
Hoodie Season.
Yeah.
And I thought back then, man, she killed this.
She did.
Every feature I've heard her on. Every single feature I've heard her on.
Every single one.
She's killed.
Man.
So this time when I heard that she had an album out, I knew I had to listen.
We knew exactly where we were going.
Now, I'll be honest with you guys, right?
Come on, man.
And Paul, you tell me if I'm lying.
Okay.
This album, I didn't get to it immediately.
Nope.
I knew it was on the list, but
yeah.
I just, it was one of those, I'll get to it when I get to it.
A lot of music came out, man.
I was chilling.
Yeah.
And I get a message. From who? Paul.
Man.
Paul. The message you sent me. And again, tell them if I'm lying or not.
I'm listening. you haven't said it yet.
You said, Rahim, don't sleep.
Okay.
I said, oh yeah, I know. I'm going to get to it.
Yeah.
What is it saying though? And Paul replied saying, 2 words.
Yeah. I wrote the 2 words.
Well, what were the 2 words? You tell them.
I said featuring mulatto.
What did I send back?
Alright, it's downloaded. No word of a lie. That was a whole conversation. I said say nothing. I said featuring mulatto.
Yo, mulatto did not disappoint on this album at all. Her feature.
Yeah.
Oh man, mulatto she's still doing what she does.
Yeah.
This album as a whole.
Yeah.
Now, for Queen Naija to intro the way she does with people talking about, it's too late for her, she's washed up now.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Loved it.
Because first of all, how can you call her washed up when she's still new to me?
Do you know what that is?
What?
That's the exact same thing that we saw Michael Jordan do in The Last Dance.
Yep.
That's all it was. Yep. That's all it was.
Man's talking about the Last Dance.
The Last Dance.
It's what we just saw LeBron do.
Yeah. Wash King. Throughout the whole thing. Wash King. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Just hold your horses. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're not a basketball podcast.
At all. Not even a little bit.
We don't even know anything about basketball.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
We're not qualified.
We're not Stephen A.
Do I look like Stephen A?
Bro, do I look like Shannon Sharp?
Oh my god.
Crazy. Skill. Anyway. But yeah, no, I agree with you. To intro your album like that, you're putting everyone on notice.
Yep.
I hear the critics.
Yep.
I know what you're saying about me.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. Mm-hmm. And now as an artist, in any form of music, any form of art really, when you do that, it means you're setting yourself up to more criticism.
Yep.
Because you now know I have to deliver.
Yep.
Do you think she delivered?
I do.
Absolutely.
This album, do you know what it is? I don't think she did anything groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh man, I've never heard anyone sing like this. No, I have. It's not like I think she did something crazy creative. But she hopped into a pocket, into a lane that I've been waiting to be filled for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
I thought LMA was going to fill it.
Yeah.
I have to say, LMA might have filled it. The reason I don't know if LMA's filled it is because I'm still upset with her for not clearing
Jacquees.
Sometimes you just have to let people improve and run with it.
Exact same thing I'll be saying about Keisha Cole.
Come on, man.
OT Genesis has been right there.
You're a hater.
We can't digress like this on stage. We have too much to get to.
Nah, Queen Naija, she filled the lane that I wanted to be filled, and she's done it very well.
Yeah.
And like, this album, there's no song I don't like.
Yeah.
Especially when we get to track number 5, Lie to Me.
Yeah.
Now, a few episodes ago, I told you guys, Don't Leave Me is the greatest R&B song of all time.
Mm-hmm.
if you sample Don't Leave Me, listen, Paul, I genuinely mean it when I say you can groan on top of you can scream on top of it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
If that sample's playing in the background,
enough for me to hear
song, man.
Yeah, I feel
that's
you.
my song.
Oh
my god. Lie to Me, and then when Lil Durk starts,
Durk,
I see why people love Lil Durk all of a sudden. Like, yeah, no, this is back, fam. Every song on this album, I'm a fan.
Huge fan. I think you hit the nail on the head when you talked about Lil Durk. I think the features on this album are exceptional.
Yep.
She hit out my girl Kiana Leddy.
Yes, sir.
Amazing song, Lucky Day.
Oh man, I knew exactly what it was gonna be when I saw.
You knew what time it was. You knew exactly what time it was. Russ.
Yes.
Pretty V.
Yep.
Tusi.
Yep.
Jacquees.
Yep.
And of course the one that we had mentioned before.
Mulatto.
Big Lotto. Did the thing. This was really great. It was a really good album. I really liked it. I feel exactly the same way. I think Queen Naija did exactly what she needed to do. I think she really answered a lot of the critics that we heard on that intro track.
Yep.
She had too much to say and she said it all.
Yep.
She took her time. It was a really thought out album. A lot that you take from it. A lot of great messages throughout it. Really nice vocals and really good songwriting.
Yeah.
That beautiful, that age-old combination, which we've spoken about so much on this podcast. She paired it together, and I think she delivered a really, really, really impressive project.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of those albums that I feel like is gonna have a very, very long lifespan because it's not music that can really age.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, if we had more time, we'd probably give it a bigger deep dive.
Yeah,
we have to transition to another R&B artist.
We have to,
because we were just speaking about the features that Queen Naija gave you on her tape. You spoke about how impeccable the features are on Wizkid's tape. So it's only right that we transition to an artist who has been dubbed the king of features.
Oh man!
Not just by the socials on Black Twitter, but by himself.
By himself.
How did he dub himself the king of features?
Man.
He decided that he's going to name his latest album featuring Ty Dolla.
Oh my gosh!
If you couldn't tell, we were talking about the artist known as Ty Dolla, who dropped the album featuring Ty Dolla.
Paul.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, episode 1.
Yeah.
Episode, I'm saying way back at this point.
Jump.
Months ago. We had this discussion.
Yeah.
When we said that, if you see featuring Ty Dolla,
you know what it's meant to be.
Man, it's gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
So obviously, Ty Dolla a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Announces that he's gonna be dropping his album.
Yep.
He tells us that the name of the album is gonna be featuring Ty Dolla.
He did indeed.
Now pause.
Okay.
Retrospectively, let's forget that we've heard the album.
Yeah.
What did you think when you heard that the album featuring Ty Dolla is coming out?
I think that's going to be I thought there was one of two ways that you could go about it. And I thought that one of them would be the right way. I thought both of them could work. One of them would be the right way, and one of them I think would be wrong. I think there's two ways you could have gone about it. One is you get a lot of artists and you make the song theirs.
Okay.
And you feature on it. And then you vibe sort of the whole way through. So almost like a Khaled project, but you have more of a singing, more of a rapping vocal type thing. So sort of like you put people onto Shine type album. So if you have a Nicki Minaj song, it feels like a Nicki Minaj song featuring Ty Dolla and you take over that way.
Right.
Or you could go a different way where it's still you and you just have a lot of features on there.
Right.
And you sort of balance out different sounds. Do you get the difference I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
That's how I felt. How about yourself?
When I saw featuring Ty Dolla I assumed, again, it'll be one of two things. I assumed it was either him calling it featuring Ty Dolla because he knows what we say about his features, and he knows, okay, cool. They say my features are good. This album is going to be to the quality of what you think my features are.
Interesting, okay.
Or it was going to be an album with just so many features on there that was crazy.
Got you.
And as much as I don't usually like those type of albums, where there's like just a stupid amount of features, I figured I can't be angry at him if there are a crazy amount of features because it called it featuring Ty Dolla. So we're just going to see how it sounds.
Yeah.
Cool. Moving forward now, we've heard the album. Paul, what do you think of the album?
This is some mid-tier mid. This is the most middle-tier mid I've ever heard.
Oh, why do you think that?
Because this is some mid. I told you there were two different ways I felt he could have gone, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like he did neither. He did a bit of both, and thus ended up meaning he did neither.
Right.
I felt like because he had so many features, it then felt so disjointed and disconnected. And like I said, you could have gone that way if you were the common thread that held these pieces together. But then there's not enough Ty Dolla in some of these tracks to really hold it together. And I don't even then get enough of you in these features. And then a lot of the time, like I say, because it is essentially just, I mean, you can tell me if you disagree, because it is essentially just a 25 song, 59 minute, like an hour-long album of just songs. They're so disjointed. No one's really saying anything poignant or relevant, so each song is different. So like Tyrone 2021 is different to Lift Me Up, which is different to Expensive with Nicki Minaj. And so there's no thread in the theme. The only theme that's meant to be there necessarily is Ty Dolla $ign featuring a lot of artists.
Yeah.
And it's essentially becomes a bad rendition of a DJ Khaled album.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing like, there's not a hit. At least with a DJ Khaled album, you know there's going to be a huge hit. You know there's going to be someone who steps up and shines. Like whether it's Drake comes with a hit, whether SZA comes on that track and shines, whether it's Lil Wayne or Rick Ross, like, you know what I'm saying, doing the thing. Here, other than maybe Anderson .Paak on track 6.
See, do you know what this album felt like to me?
Yeah.
It felt like all these artists that he's already given songs to.
Yeah.
It felt like in the midst of him giving them songs, obviously I know that a lot of artists, they will pump out a few songs in a day. It felt like these were the songs that were pumped out and it made.
It feels like the B-sides.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot of B-sides. You're absolutely right.
It's disappointing because when you see featuring Ty Dolla $ign, as I said, like my first expectation was that it was going to be the quality of his features, and it just wasn't.
It wasn't.
And at this point now, Paul, the concern now starts to be, okay, is this just who Ty Dolla $ign is? Is he just not an album artist? Because from what I'm hearing, the other album that he has in the works apparently isn't that great either, from what I've heard so far. Not the album, but people talking about it. Now, if that's the case, it will mean Campaign, I thought, was okay.
Yeah.
3TC was a great album.
It's a sensational album.
Campaign was okay. The Beach House series, for me, other than Beach House 3, which I thought was pretty good.
But the Beach House series, because the Beach House 3 is the only one that's actually packaged like an album. Whereas the other two are definitively mixtapes.
Exactly.
So.
But even Beach House 3, it was pretty good. It was okay.
Yeah. It didn't live well.
Yeah.
It didn't live well. It lived well for its first month. Yeah. And then for me, it was just like.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have now featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah. And
it's like, okay, so that's 3 decent to pretty good albums, and then 1 amazing album. It all averages out to mid.
It does. It really does. And that's what I'm saying. This is the most mid of mid. Like, you took the Tyrone Erykah Badu sample with Big Sean, who's been in form, and it doesn't live as a track. You took the secret. You just said you were waiting for Roddy Ricch and Mustard to do a joint project together, and you got that secret sauce here, and it doesn't live. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have Janae and Mustard, and it doesn't live. Future and Thug have one of the best duo tapes ever, and they have a feature on here, and it doesn't live. Like, it didn't. It felt either rushed or, like you said, it felt like a lot of just B-sides.
Yeah.
It felt like a lot of B-sides, and that's.
It's crazy.
Extremely disappointing.
I genuinely believe if he cut this down from 25 songs.
Oh my goodness.
And maybe made it like a little 8 to 10 songs project. Yeah. Then it would be so much better because a lot of the songs, they're not even like the songs are bad. Yeah. The songs are actually for the most part are like pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. They just get muddled in together, and it just gets like. Just even when they're good songs, they then get swamped by a lot of mid, and so it's just like, I'm not gonna come back to listen to this.
Exactly. It's too hard to. I played the intro, and whenever you open your album up with talking, similar to how we just said with the last album, you open the album up a certain way, and it just opens you up to my expectations are now here. Yeah. And if you don't hit those expectations out the gate, I don't even want to listen anymore. Yeah. It becomes a lot harder to listen. Yeah. So even though I love the song Temptations featuring Kid Cudi, it's tough for me to even get to song 4 because it's really tough. What else has come out?
Like even you got Post Malone on here, And Spicy, I like the track Spicy, but it's not living with me. And
Burna Boy has a whole interlude.
Burna Boy has a whole interlude.
And I don't want to listen to the album to get to the interlude.
Like, yeah, Post Malone, I don't necessarily even care.
It's disappointing.
It's very disappointing. It was a really disappointing project.
But I think, as I said, like at this point now, my expectations for Ty Dolla $ign is that I'm gonna like him when I see him on a song on someone else's album. I don't necessarily. I think I'm done looking forward to Ty Dolla $ign albums.
Maybe. But I mean, that Free TC album to me is still a classic.
Yeah.
It's a sensational album. It's one of my favorite R&B albums of the past decade. And you can see as such on my blog, Clearing Out My Mind, which is available on my link tree at Paul_Olabaya, which you can find the link to on all of my socials. Yeah, and I wrote about it. I think I had it third, maybe fourth in my end of decade R&B list, which made sense. It was sensational. But he just hasn't been able to find that same secret sauce. He hasn't got that same special stuff.
That first album, that's the thing, like, that second album is always going to be harder to make, because that first album, I can't remember who said it, but you work your whole life for that first album. Yeah,
you work your whole life for that first album, and I mean, he named it Free TC. Obviously, TC. I mean, we have the It's Still Free TC interlude on here, talking about TC, who's locked up and incarcerated in prison right now. They've been still trying to free him, and so you knew that album was very personal, and I mean, hit heights of heights, and that's an album with a huge number of features. Like, he had Josie on there, he had Jagged Edge, he had Trey Songz, had Redacted. He had so many people on there who gave great features.
Yeah, he did.
7th Street, like, he had so many great features on that album.
I don't even think people on this album gave bad features.
Not at all.
Because I remember when I first heard that Big Sean feature, I said, "Yo, Big Sean has done it again."
On Tyrone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good jam, but it's like, that should be...
It should be massive.
It should be massive. Anyone with a song with Post Malone, your song should be top 10 on, because Post Malone on his own demands that. I mean, you see the numbers. He runs the score up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you then add in featuring Post Malone, and Ty and Post Malone is Fade.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a Fade with Redacted. Like that. Man. So we know that they have chemistry and it works well, and it just doesn't do anything. It's like blah.
It's sad, man. It's sad.
It's disappointing.
Because definitely, as we said, like, Ty Dolla $ign was something I was waiting for a very long time. So
very long time.
To be disappointed by the album. Oh man.
Especially because we've been hearing about it. I mean, Purple Emoji was how many months?
Bro.
Time ago.
Years.
And it was a great song.
Beautiful song.
Disappointing, but I mean, that's our opinion.
Yeah. Go and listen to it.
Go and listen to it.
Form your own.
Form your own.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
If you think we're going too far in on Ty Dolla $ign, then you can come and be wrong in my
Yeah, you can come still be wrong, that's fine. You can just be wrong in my ear. Like, if you think we're not going in enough, you're probably right.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, if we had more time.
But listen, we have to massage.
We have to massage. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to get an interview one day.
Oh, man.
Can I transition?
Yes, sir.
Man, I talked to you about them last week. I gave them as a recommendation.
Yes, you did.
Guys in Texas, you all know where this place is. There's a place in the UK, it's called Luton.
Man, just up the road.
Just up the road. Just around the corner. M Huncho.
Yes, sir.
Nafe Smallz.
Yes, sir.
DNA.
Man.
Stands for the New Age. In the studio, I cook it like meth.
Man.
This ain't Breaking Bad.
Man. First of all, I'm going to say something crazy.
Yeah.
But before I say something crazy, Paul.
Yeah.
This album comes in at 13 songs.
Yes, it does.
47 minutes.
Yes, it does.
Again, 13 songs.
Come on, man.
47 minutes.
Yes, sir.
We're here.
Yeah.
We do this.
We do this.
Now, Paul, I'm going to say something crazy and a lot of people are going to be upset by what I say.
Okay.
I said it a few weeks ago, and once it came out of my mouth, I said, Rahim, that is so correct. You're going to have to say that every single time you talk about Nafe Smallz from now. Nafe Smallz is who you people in the UK swear to me.
Yes.
Have been swearing to me. That Young Adz is.
And you know what's crazy? He proved it on Cold World.
Oh, man.
Where Young Adz is featured.
Oh my god.
Nafe Smallz, I said it in 2018 when he dropped Broken Homes featuring M Huncho and Gunna. I'm saying it again now. Coldest in the game out here.
He is so easy.
It's so easy to listen to.
Oh man, this album, I have to admit, similar to when we did Edna.
Yes, sir.
With Heady One's album.
Yeah.
When I saw M Huncho, I was a little bit nervous that it would all have the same sort of sound, and that it wouldn't necessarily be for me. I was wrong again.
Yeah.
I was wrong again. I've been wrong a lot on this podcast.
And happy, it's one of them happy wrong.
Yeah, no, happy
to be wrong.
Incredibly happy wrong, because this album is really, really good. It's really easy to listen to.
Yeah, it's really digestible.
Yeah. As I said, like, it comes in at, 47 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, really, really cohesive. Every song is...
These two have great chemistry. If you're someone who knows that Broken Home song, coming from broken homes, man, it's a beautiful song. You should go and everyone should go and listen to it. Honestly. If you're someone who heard that song, like me, when I heard that in 2018, it was really like my first time hearing Nafe Smallz, and my first time really even caring about who Huncho was. And so when I heard it, I was like, these two have amazing chemistry. And they said the same. Like, as soon as they dropped that song, they knew something more had to come here.
Yeah.
And so when it was heard a couple months ago that they would be doing a tape together, the excitement levels were on tilt. Highly anticipated. I was anticipating this like crazy because I was like, I just want to hear that. It didn't need to be long. They could have done 7 songs. I was really wanted to hear them get back in that bag, and they produced this. An extremely digestible body of work. Really cohesive. They found a sound and pocket which fits both of them. They're two very different artists. Very different. They have very different sounds. Huncho is more of a rap type rapper, and Nafe Smallz fits into that more melodic type sounds, melodic vibes. I think, and I'm surprised. I don't know how well Broken Homes translated in the US. To my knowledge, it didn't translate well. I think Nafe Smallz has a sound which will really fit the US sound.
Definitely. You can tell that he's inspired by a lot of what's going on in America now.
Yeah, and he does it really well in his own way. I think this is just a really good tape. I was really proud of the project that these two men put forward. I think they showed a high level of diversity. There's hits on there. I just played Party. You should go to the song I recommended last week, Flooded.
Flooded the flipping
man, the song and the video. If you haven't seen the video, go and watch the video. To the New Age, to intro this.
Man.
Brilliant.
Alright, Paul, if you have to take a song from this.
Yeah.
What song are you taking?
Flooded. Yeah, Flooded.
See, I think Heroes
is a great song.
Oh, man.
It's a really good project.
Oh, man, it's a good... Fam, every song on this... There's no songs on this album that I'm like, okay, I can do without the song.
Yeah.
Again, it's very concise. It's only 47 minutes.
Yeah, and it flows. It flows. It flows. It's a really, like, 47 minutes, it feels like 30. You know, like, it really flows smoothly, quickly. There's only 2 features, Young Ads and then Mr. Hitmaker himself, Young Bane.
Oh, man. I haven't heard from him
in a minute. It's felt like a while. Because, you know, I mean, I don't know how many of US, Singapore, Myanmar audience are familiar with Young Bane. Out here in the UK,
man,
Hitmaker, like
he really had. That was that year that, again, like if we're going back to uni time, fam, my uni experience is so different.
Listen,
if Young Bane doesn't do
the way we talk about Sweetie is Mrs. Hitmaker.
Oh man,
in this UK scene, Young Bane.
Oh man,
Rihanna. Oh man, Fine Wine. He doesn't miss. Doesn't miss. Gucci. Yeah, like he. So it was great to hear him. I think these two just did their thing.
They really did.
I really think they did. I think they showed sides of themselves which are great to see. They have amazing chemistry. I cannot imagine a world where this is the last we hear of them on a tape.
Yeah.
It would be crazy.
I wouldn't be shocked if we hear DNA too, to be very honest with you.
Oh man, they could. I mean, with the way people make music, I wouldn't be surprised if there's one in the tuck. They're just chilling to see what this is like.
Honestly.
And if that's the case, I don't know if you'll hear this, I'm Huncho. I don't know if you'll hear this, Nafe Smallz. I'm ready when you are.
Man said ready, say go.
Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Bro.
What do you need? You need me to voicemail you? You need a voicemail interlude.
If you need vocals, I'm
here. I'm right here. You've had the pod.
Come on, man.
You've had the pod.
Come on.
I
can come mix it for you. I
can do whatever you want. I can do whatever you want. Do you need me to stand in the back of the studio like, just bop my head? That's cool. That's cool. I'm good. No, this is a really nice project.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really happy, really impressed. I hope they're happy with this body of work because I know that I am. I'm really loving the wave of music that's coming out of the UK this year.
For real.
Really loving the wave of music that's coming out of the UK
this year. I hope we just keep to this standard because there hasn't been any albums that have come out where I'm like,
To be honest, it's been like that for like the past 2 years.
It has. There was a year. Was it Kojo Fun's last album?
Yeah.
I think that was a debut album as well.
Yeah, it might have been.
That was probably the only album that I was a bit.
We've been on a tear because you'll forget Big Conspiracy came out this year.
Oh man, but that's J House.
We know what Huss does. You know what I'm saying? So we've had a lot of great albums come out of the UK this year, and I think we'll do a UK podcast at some point soon, exclusive, to really like run through that, because I think they've just elevated themselves.
Yeah,
They've really, and I think it starts by the fact that some of you, not all of you, but some of you have started to pay your producers, and you're realizing the benefit of paying your producers.
The producers are going crazy. I remember the time where it was only really Still Bangles and...
Do you know what I mean? And J5. And now there's so much more.
Yep.
Shout out to each and every one of you. Shout out M Huncho and Nafe Smallz. That's M Huncho and Nafe Smallz. DNA.
Now, Paul, do you mind if I transition?
You can take it away, man.
Now, listen, we're T-Road here. We're cross section.
Yeah.
Because there's two ways we can take this.
Yeah.
We can take it one way, and we take it that one way, I'm be talking.
Yeah.
Because I have to talk on this one.
Alright, let's do the second album, and let's do it real quick.
Yeah.
Let's do it real quick.
That's what I'm thinking we do.
We got to get to...
We have to get to Trippie Red.
The rockstar.
Oh my god.
Absolute rockstar.
Oh my... There's a lot of people listening to this, and they've been listening to all the podcasts.
Yeah.
So they're going to be confused, like, wait, I saw this with Griselda FC.
Yeah.
How comes they're fans of this little guy?
Listen.
Fam, Trippie Red, if you don't know about Trippie Red...
He is the rockstar.
Oh my god. There's something about his music, Paul. Listen, man, we haven't even... He just dropped the album Pegasus.
Yes, sir.
What an album.
26 songs, 1 hour and 14 minutes.
Man, can you say that again for the people in the back who aren't listening?
Yep, that's the album Pegasus.
Yes, sir.
By Trippie Red.
Yes, sir.
26 songs.
Okay.
1 hour and 14 minutes.
Now, Paul, that's a long album.
That is a long album.
What did you think of it?
I don't think the album needs to be that long.
It didn't.
This is a really nice album.
See, here's my issue with it, right?
Yeah.
I like this album.
It's a nice album.
Now, my issue with this album is that holding it to the standard that I believe Trippie Red has set for himself.
Yeah, talk on it. Yes. Man.
A little bit.
Man, we're on the same wavelength. We're on the exact same wavelength. Because Trippie Red is a rock star. Yep. He is a superstar.
Yep.
Like, he is a superstar.
Yep.
And so there is a standard that I hold him to. And he doesn't hit that standard. This is a nice project. Really nice songs. Party Next Door, Excitement, really nice song. Mood, Chris Brown, really nice song. Pegasus, the song, really nice song. Personal favorite with Rich the Kid.
Oh man.
Really nice. Spaceships.
Oh man.
With the one.
Oh man.
The only. Thugger. Follow that up with Never Change.
Crazy.
With the one. The only. Hendrix.
Oh my
not
God.
Jimmy. Future. I mean, there's a lot of really nice songs on here.
Yeah.
There's another song on here featuring a certain artist who we'll talk about later. So we'll save that until right as when we try. Okay. You see how I'm doing.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. I see the game plan.
There's a lot of good songs on here.
There's a lot.
And then there's some songs where I don't need to be on here.
Yeah.
And it affects your artistry. And as someone who I hold in really high standard, because you set yourself there, your Sean Kingston feature.
Yeah.
It's just...
Actually, no, I like that song.
Really?
I like that song.
Okay.
But I do agree with you. There's a few songs here that are just like, they don't need to be here.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, when he gets into the bag where I know that this is my favourite type of Trippie Red, such as Moonlight.
Yes, sir.
Like, that is...
Yes, sir.
That is the Trippie Red that I fell in love with the first time I heard him. Like, obviously, I've been a fan since, Life's a Trip.
Yeah.
In fact, before that, Love Letter to You.
Yeah.
I've been a fan. Life's a Trip came out, more of the same. Love Letter to You 2. Amazing. Love Letter to You 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even better.
Even better.
So I've been about, like, I'm a fan of Trippie.
Huge fan of Trippie.
But when he gets into songs like maybe not So Stressed, I like that song.
Yeah.
But The Never, I could do without.
Okay.
I don't necessarily need on the album.
You know what's weird? It feels like, and this is crazy because it is like an hour and 15 long album. Yeah. It feels like filler.
Yeah.
And you don't need filler if your album's an hour long.
At all.
At all.
Fam, we're in the age of, you can give me a 30-minute album and I'll take it.
Almighty Caesar just gave us 23 minutes and we talk about every podcast.
I'm still upset with that. I still feel like there's another 7 minutes I want. But we'll get into that another day.
I said I need 7 more minutes.
Nah, man, like, again, like, there's songs on here, like V12, I love V12.
Love it, yeah.
There was a stretch of songs here where he did V12, Spaceships, Never Change. Amazing. But then he gets back into filler songs and it's like, you don't need this hit. Like, it's not bad that it's here because as a whole I still enjoy the album.
Yeah. but you don't need it.
Yeah, especially when you're the type of artist that I hold Trippie Redd to now.
Yeah.
Where I expect greatness from every album that you get, that you give. I expect to have your album in constant rotation.
And I know that some of you think that's crazy. You're absolutely right. Like he's a superstar of an artist. He's a rock star.
Yep.
And he makes music like that. And so that's the standard you hold yourself to. Like when you have a song like Dark Knight and it's not my favorite one of your songs, like who do you think you are?
Yo, oh my god, the album was
crazy.
Oh man, that album
absolutely
was crazy.
I don't know what planet I'm on. Oh my gosh.
That's Trippie Redd. First of all, like, I don't want anyone to hear this and think, oh, this is a bad album.
No, it's not.
It's a good album.
It's a good album. We just hold him to a very high standard.
Yep. And the reason we hold him to that high standard is because he showed that he can do it.
He can do it, and we hold you to that. And I will say, man, shout out to his work ethic, because I mean, he drops something, maybe even 2 every year.
Yeah.
And he's typically consistent. I mean, this is a good album for a lot of people, especially in his class. This would be one of the better albums.
Yep.
It's just that he set himself up as an artist who I can and I do demand excellence from, because that's what he does. I think if he leaned towards the shorter side on this, I think
it would have been different.
It would have been different.
Because the good songs on here are amazing.
Amazing.
That Moonlight song, oh my god, Paul. Oh my god. And that's like, if we're looking at his class, Paul.
Yeah.
Who would we even put in this class? Cause I have
A-Boogie, Rich the Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had XXX in there.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Also, whilst we're on that topic,
rest in peace, King Von, man. Yeah, tragic. Real tragic. Another one of these tragedies in our culture.
Yeah.
You know, someone who was really up and coming, a real star. Prayers to Asian Doll, who's been taking it real tough on social media, talking about she doesn't want to live anymore. You have so much to live for. Keep going. Prayers to Lil Durk, who's very close. Just prayers to his whole family.
It's a tough one, man.
It's a tough one. Really sad.
But yeah, man. When we're getting into this album, there's a lot of great songs on here.
Yeah.
His class, there's a lot of artists who I think are talented.
Yeah.
Not all of them have albums that I would necessarily even want to go back to.
I ain't never listening to that Young Boy, so.
Oh, at all.
And that's definitely his class.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like in his class, a lot of people would just assume. A lot of people rush to go and say, okay, A-Boogie is number 1 in that class. I have Trippie Redd right there. Right next to him. Especially because I think between both of them, I think Trippie Redd has probably the better discography.
A-Boogie dropped an album this year, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Gosh, that didn't live at all.
I didn't like that album. I'll be honest.
I didn't like it either. That's what I was thinking. It didn't live.
It was disappointing because he was just coming off of Hoodie Season.
Yeah.
It was an amazing album.
Yeah, and he had features on here. I'm looking at that. Roddy Ricch, Gunna, London, Thug, Summer Walker, Khalid.
It wasn't that great, but I'm told, I've heard from a few places that the deluxe is much better, but I just never went back to go and listen to the deluxe, to be honest.
It's a completely different album. I'm looking at these features too. Hour and 24 minutes? Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Bro.
Shout out Boogie. I'm wearing a hoodie right now.
Come on, man. That's staying the hoodie. It's my whole brand.
It's my whole brand.
That was the first.
All I do, bro, I'm casual fit puppy. All I do is hoodies. All I do is hoodies and trackies. They ain't never seen me in a suit.
At all.
Why? Like say I'm in court.
The second picture.
my DP. But no, shout out to Trippie. It is a good project.
Yeah.
I would say if you're a fan of Trippie, you probably already listened to it, but man, go out and listen to it. Who featured on track 16 of that album, do you know?
Track 16?
Yeah.
So, it's this one guy, man. He's been in the game for a long time, Paul.
A long time.
So I can understand why you might have forgotten his name.
Yeah. It's just slipping my memory for whatever reason.
He goes by Busta. Otherwise known as Busta Rhymes. Paul.
Otherwise known as Mr. Touch It, Bring It, Pay It, Watch It, Turn It, Leave It, Top. Otherwise known as Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. Yeah, I know what you want. You know I got it.
Baby, if you give it to me.
Come on, I'll give it to you. As long as you want. You know I got, bro.
Oh my god.
Otherwise known as Mr. Woo-ha.
Oh my god. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna start flipping.
I'll flip this table.
Yo, man.
It's crazy. So he featured on Trippie's album.
He featured on Trippie's album, one of my favourite song on the album.
But you know, he also, I heard somewhere, maybe it was through the grapevine, shout out to Marvin Gaye, rest in peace. Someone told me that he released something.
Oh, what? Oh, I can't believe I'm the one to tell you this one. He released an album.
Really?
That same Friday, if you would believe it.
That same day?
That same day.
Gosh, what was it called? Maybe I listened to it and I didn't even know.
It's called Extinction Level Event 2.
The second?
The Wrath of God.
Oh my goodness. I'm still not... I don't know if maybe I listened to it. How long is it? By chance, do you know?
Paul. I can't believe I'm going to be the guy to tell you this one. But that album there, Paul.
Yeah.
It was 22 songs.
22?
It was 1 hour and 18 minutes.
I did listen to it.
Yeah, bro, I thought so.
Remember, I just needed to know. I just remember saying that. Man. No, in all seriousness. Extinction Level Event 2. Oh. The Wrath of God.
Paul. Listen, and I wanted to save this one till last. There's a reason I want to save this one till last. Because we're about to sit down. Listen, at this point now, if you weren't comfortable already, get comfortable.
Go get yourself a coffee.
We're here.
Go get yourself a hot chocolate.
Listen,
we rushed through everything else.
Paul, let me tell you something that happened yesterday.
Okay, go on.
Obviously I had listened to this album, right?
Yeah.
My reaction to this album is another story.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a minute as well. I was on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Playing 2K, guys.
You know the vibe.
We're just playing.
Yeah.
We're talking about just different things. And I asked them, have you guys heard Busta Rhymes' new album? And their first reaction was, what? Busta Rhymes? What? Did you mean to say that? Busta Rhymes, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's some old guy, blah, blah, blah. First of all, I almost ended the friendship there.
Straight in. I have to switch off everyone's PlayStation.
They were in danger.
Yeah. I had to download a virus onto your PlayStation.
Listen, I decided I'm gonna forgive them.
Yeah.
Let
me put you on.
Let me just inform them because misinformation is the thing.
That's the thing.
I'm not gonna be angry.
Yeah.
So I explained to them, Busta Rhymes just dropped an album, and I told them, I'm not the guy to try and convince someone of something that they refuse to change their mind on. That's not my job.
That's not your bag.
But I told them in very few words, and I'm here to tell you guys the same thing. It's probably my album of the year.
Man.
And I say that knowing that 2 weeks ago I came in saying that New Beginnings is probably my album of the year.
Yeah.
And Busta Rhymes in one night.
Yeah.
In Paul. I turned on the album. Paul, I was in bed, 4 a.m. in the morning, in bed thinking, I can't sleep. Let me just listen to this album that everyone said was so great.
Yeah.
Paul, 20 minutes later, the lights in my room are on. I'm standing up, bopping my head.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes did it again. Oh, man, this album, Paul. Oh, man.
In a word? In a word. Sensational.
Oh, my God.
This album is... I couldn't believe, when I say unbelievable, guys, I mean, I genuinely sat there not even able to physically comprehend or believe how much I was liking this album. I was listening to it while I was at work, just vibing for different tasks, and I sat here, I was like, this Belle Biv DeVoe feature.
Bro! No, Paul. Listen.
But then songs kept going, I was like, yo, this ODB feature.
Yo, Paul. I have to drag you out of this, right? Yeah. Because we have to go back, because you just said something so important.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why I think this is the album of the year.
Man.
And one of the reasons why I think Busta Rhymes is slept on.
Yeah.
Because as you just said, that Belle Biv DeVoe feature, right? Let's get into that song, Paul.
Yeah.
Because you've heard me on the aux. I go crazy.
Come on, man.
I don't care what anyone... Listen, I'm here to brag today.
Yeah.
I go crazy on the aux.
Sort to them.
My boys call me DJ Kekz for a damn brief.
Sort to them.
If you give me the aux chord, I'm going nuts. Yeah. I'll play something that you didn't even know would link into the next song so well.
Talk to them.
But never in my damn life, Paul,
did
I think is driving me out of my mind. And Don't this shit make me wanna jump. That I never thought that you could mix those two and it'll give me something that I love so much.
Vibe.
Paul, this album.
I think as I was listening to this album the first time, and it's been confirmed to me each time I've listened to it since, what I think is so sensational about this album is that like you get every single aspect of Busta Rhymes' career in this album.
Yep.
It's such a summary of who he has been throughout his career. Like, you talked about that Out of My Mind song, which gives me just feels of the energy that Busta Rhymes always comes with.
Yep.
It casts my mind back to songs like Scenario.
Yep. When
he first came out with Tribe. But then you go into songs like Slow Flow and Don't Go.
Oh man.
And let me just hit him with the slow flow. And he's hitting him with the slow flow, and it's killing. Man. And then you get into songs like he hit the bat phone. He said, "Hey yo, Mariah. Hey yo, Mariah.
Oh man.
MC.
Oh my god.
Let's do it to him again." And Mariah said,
god.
"Oh, boss, we gonna do it to him again?" And they sampled their own song.
You tell yourself.
Like, say bam.
It's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful, and they said, "Let me say." Don't keep me waiting for too long.
Oh my god.
Dude, take it out. Let's get it. Girl.
God.
And then Mariah comes through. I won't keep you waiting for too long. But
oh my god.
Guys, if you can't tell, we are just waiting. Maybe for the Christmas episode, we have to give you a Mariah deep dive.
At some point.
It was beautiful. You literally got every single aspect of his career.
Bro, like, Tom, I didn't know. And I guess it's my own fault. That I needed a feature from Minister Louis Farrakhan.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
But what a powerful feature. Fam, just him talking. Just to preach.
Preach.
Oh my god.
And what I didn't know, I mean, I always need it. Because I've seen it done. I mean, Redacted did it, and it worked perfectly.
Yep.
Rick Ross did it, and it works perfectly. So it only made sense that Busta would do it. When you hit the bat phone.
Oh man.
To one of the funniest men of all time.
Oh man.
It's like, Chris Rock, just speak on my album.
Please come and speak.
Be a feature. And he speaks on it, and he narrates the album really well.
Man.
Perfectly, in fact. Like, take notes. Write it down. But get a pad. Learn, motherfuckers, learn.
Do any of these motherfuckers want to follow Busta?
No.
Oh my god. He just says everything that's in my mind
at the time. Yeah.
Pam, talk about Chris Rock, because obviously he's on the intro.
Yeah.
That intro, Paul.
Pete Rock, Rakim, Busta Rhymes, Chris. How?
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's just Hall of Fame.
This whole album is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's sensational. No, honestly, it is sensational. I don't begrudge you for saying that it is your album of the year, because it has to be up there. This is fantastic. It's an unbelievable body of work. I didn't know what to expect. I expected good music because it's Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
We know who he is. We know who he represents. I didn't expect an album to be this. It is sensational.
It's one of those, like, and especially because it's Busta Rhymes.
Yep.
It's almost like these features are crazy, but because it's Busta Rhymes, it's not too crazy, because you can imagine, but if anyone can get these features, it's Busta.
Yeah.
Because there's a song here featuring Vybz Kartel. You just said there's a song featuring the Queen Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
But then the other Queen, a few songs later, Mary J. Blige, is right there.
We know the vibes.
ODB.
Rest in peace. It was beautiful to hear it.
Went crazy.
Beautiful to hear.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
We've done a stupid disservice. Now there's a feature I want to talk about later. I'm going to save it because we didn't talk about his feature on Benny's album, so we're going to talk about it in a second. Why don't you just look over your shoulder, honey?
Oh my god.
How?
Oh my god.
You just said about mixing Poison with Jump.
Yo.
You took the
whenever you need me,
I'll be there. Why don't you just look over your shoulder, honey? Bang. Beat drop. All of a sudden.
From the dead.
From the dead.
Paul, listen.
From the arisen.
Paul, I almost burst into tears.
From the sun, like, I don't know where he been.
I forgot what his rap sounds like.
I didn't even know what it sounds like for him to rap.
Oh
I ain't heard it in years.
Oh my god.
What you said? Look over your shoulder, honey.
K-Dot.
I wrote my first bars in the car with Stacy.
Oh my god.
How bizarre my battle scars at large relate to me. She came back. And it was sensational to hear. The flow is ridiculous. Like, the lyrics are ridiculous. What he's talking about is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It was absolutely... I didn't expect it. I saw that they had the single coming. Mm-hmm. And the single weirdly released on the same day as the album.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not going to listen to the single. I'll just wait for it to come on the album. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, there's times where albums just going and you don't know what song's coming.
Yep.
And so, obviously, the Michael Jackson interlude with I'll be there, I'll be there. And then, won't you just look over your shoulder, honey? And then real quick, my mind was like, wait, isn't that the song title with him and Kendrick? And little did I know, bang.
Man, the first voice on the song. And that speaks to Busta, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he let a lot of people be the first voice on the song.
Arrogance. Because he did the same with the next artist that I'm going to speak to you guys about.
And to let Kendrick be the first... Fam, Dr. Dre didn't let Kendrick be the first voice on the song.
Yeah, the confidence you have to allow someone else who you know can rap to be the first. I mean, Jay Electronica tried it and he got his ass handed to him.
Yep.
Handed to him.
Crazy.
It was very stupid what he thought he was doing.
Listen, it wasn't his album.
The fact, I bet you Hove was shocked. Like, you want me to be the... Do you know who I am?
Sense.
You're disrespecting me.
It's Hove's album.
It's Hove's album. It's just the 14th Hove album.
Crazy.
This is just...
Man, this album is great because then you have songs like The Purge.
The Purge.
Strap Yourself Down, where
Come
it's
on,
just
man.
him going crazy.
Come on, man.
Fam, and that's the thing. There's a lot of rappers who are good at what they do, amazing at what they do. But when it comes to one, beat selection, and two, riding the beat that you selected, Busta Rhymes is different. Busta Rhymes is different. Like I remember the other day in fact, shout out Ramara.
Shout out Ramara. Big shout out to Ramara.
Me and her were talking about some verses that we wouldn't mind seeing. Mm-hmm. And one of the ones that came up was Busta Rhymes versus LL Cool J.
Man, that'd be huge.
It'll be amazing.
It'd be huge.
And at the time, you know, when we were talking, I said, I don't know if Busta wants to see LL. Because I think LL Cool J has a lot more
I'ma go knock you out.
Man.
Mama said knock you out.
I think when it comes to like just like not noble songs, but like just hits.
Yeah.
I think LL Cool J has bigger hits.
Yeah.
We did we literally had like just a little battle.
Just a quick back and forth, yeah.
And what I didn't take into consideration is that Busta Rhymes, fam, even if you're not too aware of the song, every single one of Busta Rhymes songs is so amazing because of just his voice.
Yeah, that Look
How
at Me
he
Now.
sounds on it.
Think about that Look at Me Now feature.
Fam, like it doesn't need to be super iconic, but Busta Rhymes, it will just sound better in the moment.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes comes with unbelievable, unmatchable energy every single time.
Yes, sir.
Which is why he can say, Kendrick, you start. Don't worry, man. When I start doing my thing, they're gonna wake up. They're gonna be here.
Can I take you to track 11?
Take you to track 11, man.
We when he had a feature on Benny the Butcher's album, which you can see our review on track 6, The Butcher and the Blade.
Come on, man.
We didn't even. There was nothing we could say.
Not much.
All we could say was man. Cause. And then he comes here on the song called Master Fard Muhammad. Have mercy for the spirit still praying for me. Time's hard, so forgive me if I smell funny. Sleeping in cars, it be real with no motel money.
Yes, sir.
Louis Vuitton, you just get it cause you're man.
Oh my god.
Middle school bitches used to call me Bruce.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. They did not at all. But now it's Stretch, Maybachs, and the Coupes too. And who is it? It's the boss. The biggest boss.
Man.
Ricky Rose.
Man.
You just talk about setting someone up to float.
Bro.
You just talk about floating. Like, this is the definition of floating on a song. Like, just...
bro, do you know what it is? When legends pick up that phone and tell you, you're about to be on the album.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is.
You have to come.
You know what time it is. And Rick Ross doesn't mess about when he gets a legend feature. He doesn't mess about.
He barely messes about when he gets any
feature. Yeah.
We heard what he did on bum ass niggas.
Yeah.
Feature. What's that guy? August Alsina.
Yeah. Yes, we saw we did on Entanglement. He came to play.
Bro, all of a sudden I'm thinking, damn,
hey, this might be a good song. Might be a good song. Where he's in the room with people who he knows is rapping. This nigga, he was in a bag. Like, he came on here and said she thought I had a seizure, told her April Fools.
Man.
That's not funny.
Man.
But all of a sudden, I'm laughing.
For someone who's had
seizures. In history. Fuck a lawsuit, I'm trying to make a news. Master Muhammad soul skills going door to door. Man. Rick Ross just floated. He floated on this. He floated on Burden of Proof, Benny the Butcher's album. And this is just a great song. Busta comes in straight after and just in that same vein, just floats. They have a video out. I didn't even know there was a video for this. It's out.
There's a video for a few of these songs.
A few of these songs. I mean,
I know the Tsar has
Yeah.
Man, Paul, I have to do this, right? I have to do this because there was a promise I made to myself.
Okay.
When we were discussing having a podcast, there's a promise I made to myself.
Yeah.
And it was that whenever I could,
yeah,
I would give this guy as much love as I possibly could.
I've been waiting for you to do it, man. I thought you were going to force me to do it.
The song straight after this, song 12.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. By
Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
And the greatest artist of all time. I've said it.
It's crazy. Okay.
Now, am I right?
No.
Maybe not.
No, maybe.
But it doesn't matter because it's my podcast. You're not gonna tell me what to fucking do.
Bitch, I had to bust you with a you.
Oh my Anderson .Paak. Again. Once
Came
again.
right back to get that loot.
Oh my god. There's something about.
Bitch, I had to bust a you.
There's something about how this guy sings, how this guy talks, how this guy raps. That it just makes me feel cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like, he just has that. Do you know what it is? Is the same thing that Janelle Monáe used to have early in her career, where it's like you just listen to it and you feel a lot cooler all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He has that same thing, but he does it on a much more consistent basis because he gives us a lot more music, I think.
Yeah.
And man, bitch, I had to bust a you.
Came right back to get that loot. Yeah.
No, I had to finish what I started.
No, it ain't too late to turn it around.
Oh my god. Busta Rhymes and Anderson .Paak. Yeah, I'm here for it.
But I mean, I can't let you do that. I can't let you do that. Busta Rhymes and Anderson .Paak. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. With Busta Rhymes. Produced by Ninth Wonder.
Oh man.
Which means he hit the back phone and said, "Hey yo, come do this thing right here." Then you do this thing right here.
Oh man.
And it's that woman.
Oh man.
Who, it's crazy.
It's in her name.
So you know that all she can do is rap. Hey, you know what? I would take it. You see what you just said about Anderson .Paak? That every time you get the chance, you're going to. Every time I get the chance. Top 5 rapper on the planet.
This one might have moved her to 4th for me.
Bro, all she does is just spit hot fire. Shout out Super Hot Fire. That's all she does is rap to you niggas.
Bro, this song here.
You know what? You know when Nicki Minaj used to say all these bitches are my sons and I'm always 9 months because she was birthing niggas. Rhapsody sits you babies down and says, "Listen, let me son you niggas."
She doesn't even have to tell them.
And she doesn't have to tell them that I'm sonning you. You know. As soon as she starts speaking,
bro, Rhapsody is on a different level to most of these niggas.
What a song with Best I Can. Just the discussion of it, dealing with baby mama drama, dealing with having a child with someone who you're not together with. Now I have no idea what those difficulties are like.
And I pray I never know.
I never know. But I know people who do go through that. And it just relates to some of the stories that I hear from them. This is just...
And you know what? I love this song because it was a take that I've never really heard. I've heard men talk on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
This is what I think of this woman here.
Come on.
Who is making it tough for me to see my child.
Speak on it.
But I've never really seen women talk on it from their perspective.
Especially in rap.
Yeah.
Especially in rap. It's so poignant to hear. It was brilliant to hear Rhapsody just drop gems on how that feels. You know what I'm saying? And how that looks like. Yeah, took so much time from you tripping about the child support, paid to have him raised, and you still brought him Christmas toy. Like, yeah, like, That's such a great point. You don't really hear this perspective from women in rap, mainly because, I mean, they've been so subjugated in the world of rap for so many years. It's been hard to get those points across. But when you're someone like Rhapsody, who's so universally respected by the people in her craft, you're going to get that reach out to be the one to speak on this. And she speaks on it so eloquently and so well.
Even the stance that Busta took on this
song, man.
It's not a stance I usually hear, where it's like, damn, I'm sorry, but no, I do hate you.
Yeah, I hate you. Like, get the fuck out of my face.
Like, I hate the fact that I do think that you are a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't want to think that. Like, I'm sorry that I hate you. Like, nah, man. Like, I love this song. It's just it's a conversation that we've heard so many times, but in a way that we've never really heard it.
Man, as we round off, like, what song for you just speaks to the quality of this album, that you feel like if people feel like they're not going to go out and listen to the whole album, but they do want to sample, like, what song do you think people should be hearing?
Man, that's such a tough question, Paul. It's a tough question when you ask it for most albums.
Yeah.
But for this album,
it's
even
real
tougher because genuinely, I love every single song.
And it's such an eclectic album. Like, it really depends on the type of Busta Rhymes you like or have liked in the past, because Where I Belong, like, if you love that, baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. You know, there's no reason why you won't love Where I Belong.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you love hearing Busta on Tribe Called Quest song, there's no reason you won't love Don't Go or Slow Flow. Speaking of which, real quick, I know you just talked about you and Ramara were talking about verses. I saw rumors somewhere that they're trying to get Tribe Called Quest versus Outkast.
Listen, I saw that yesterday.
It's gonna be a war.
If they get that,
that's Captain America Civil War. Hey,
I want everyone to know, as much as I love Andre 3000, and Big Boy, they're getting washed.
No, they're not. But that's okay.
They're getting washed.
No, they're not. But that's okay.
I don't care if they technically win. They're getting washed.
I mean, so you know that they're not, so that's great. At least you know. At least you know the truth. That's cool.
Listen.
Yeah, but like,
once scenario's played, they've already won. They've won the whole battle of right.
It's great that you know that that's not true, but that's cool. Listen, but we don't know because Andre 3000 ain't doing that shit. But, I mean, like I said, if you love Busta and Tribe Called Quest, then you're gonna love Don't Go. You're really gonna love Slow Flow.
Oh man.
Like, if you love rappers just getting in the bag and just running with some shit, you're gonna love Mustafa Muhammad.
Man.
If you listen to Layla's Wisdom and you loved Roller Coaster Ride Called Love, you're gonna love Best I Can with Rhapsody and Busta Rhymes. Like, if you,
there's something for every Busta fan.
Yes, sir.
And even if you're not a Busta fan, if you're a music fan,
there's something for you here.
There's something that I don't think people understand. When I say that this would probably my album of the year, I mean every single person should be going out of their way to listen to this album. And if you listen to this album once, in fact, just listen to the intro. Yeah. If you can listen to the intro and you don't feel the need to listen to the whole album after that,
I'll be shocked.
I'll be astonished.
Because you're skunked.
You're absolutely skunked, Paul. It doesn't make sense. This album's amazing.
Smoking Ami.
Now, going back to your earlier question, what song am I picking?
Yeah.
I personally would probably have to go with Boom.
Okay.
Now, this song is one of those songs, as I said before, I love every song on this album.
Yeah.
It was only really the other day when I was going back over the songs with a few friends.
Yeah.
Where I listened to Boom again.
Yeah.
And it just hit me, man. It hit me. This song's amazing. This song, the way he flows, again, as I said earlier, like his beat selection and the way he flows on beats, different. The way he flows over Boom, man, this is Busta. It just tells you the quality you're getting for the rest of the album, man. And this song's different.
100%.
What about you?
I think for me, and I think I'm gonna play it to round off this segment if I can, man. Listen, you pulled from the dead, rest in peace, the legend that is Michael Jackson. You pulled from the figurative dead, the legend that is Kendrick Lamar.
Man.
And you pulled yourself from Extinction. Because this is the extinction of Event 2. And we are seeing the wrath of God.
Man.
This is Look Over Your Shoulder. I think this is a fantastic song. I think this is just such a great vibe. Just listen.
I've missed him so much, Paul.
And look how he comes back. I lead this generation.
Oh,
we don't argue with us. No, you don't, but that's fine. I understand what you're thinking. How you lead a generation when you're not there?
You've been silent for a year.
Bro, Benny should slap you. Benny been out here working. He's like, I lead this generation, nigga. What the fuck you think this is? Oh man,
dude.
what a project.
Man, Paul.
We ran through a lot of shit.
That was literally 6 albums that we just went through.
Man, that's gargantuan. There's so much more.
There's so many albums that we haven't touched.
So much more
that we need to touch on.
Gigs.
Oh my god.
Dutch.
Oh my god.
Nav.
Listen, man. Listen.
I'm ready. There's still a part 2 of Benny somewhere.
And we know that Convoy's coming.
Convoy's coming.
Listen, man. We'll get to everything.
We'll get to everything.
Bear with us. You know, we're only human.
What a gargantuan episode, man.
Oh. Paul.
Yes, sir.
We've started the segment.
Yeah.
We need to get into the segment.
We do.
But before we get into the segment.
Yes, sir.
Last week, we noticed that how perfectly there's one song that just introduced this segment off so perfectly.
So perfectly.
Let's go with it, man. Let's get it.
Sue me, I'm room for everybody to splat.
Man.
Sue me, I'm room for everybody to splat.
And my soul.
Sue me, I'm room for everybody to splat.
Now I know it's true. I ain't. Oh man, let me not go crazy.
Man, this is our just shout out to black people, shout out to black businesses, shout out to black legends, shout out to black inspirators, leaders, whatever you want to call them. I just shout out to black people. For this week, I really want to shout out Stacey Abrams. I want to shout out the black people of Atlanta. I want to shout out the black people of Philadelphia. I want to shout out the black people of Detroit. I want to shout out black people who stood out for other black people this week. But in terms of businesses, I have to shout out my 2 people. I shouted them out last month. I'm going to shout them out this month because they dropped lines. First one is OUDerinde by Oderinde. That's OUDerinde by Oderinde. And with OUDerinde by Oderinde, you can make a statement without saying a word. Yes, you can make a statement without saying a word. Dropped his brand new line, his premium line of bespoke ouds. They're going quick. I didn't lie to you guys when I told you I was copping 3 off the rip. I can show you the receipt. I copped 3 off the rip. But yeah, they're going out. The line is out. You can find them at OUDerinde Oud. I would just recommend if you're looking for Christmas presents online, you'll get a quick delivery, 3 to 5 working days. It's gonna get shipped to you, to your home. You'll be smelling the sweet scents of the oud in the post. And then at the same time, Davis Candles dropped their Christmas line. That's at Davis Candles, Davis Candle Co. Birmingham. Just sensational. The Christmas line, I ordered the sugar and spice line because I mean sugar and spice and everything nice. I'm getting in the festive mood. I told you, man. Everyone is getting candles for Christmas, so everyone should be preparing for their Davis Candles. Shout out to the whole Davis Candles team and for their Christmas line, a sensational release, a sensational launch. Just shout out to each of you. I can see how both Davis Candles and Oud by Oderinde are progressing, so just congratulations to each and every single one of you. Big congrats, man.
Big congrats. Okay, so the company I have this week.
Yes, sir.
Gbemi's Hair.
Gbemi's Hair?
Gbemi's Hair, man.
Gbemi's Hair.
Listen, man. What she does is she makes custom units for her clients.
Come on, man.
She has multiple services, including custom-made units, colouring, and revamping.
Come on, man.
Listen, usually, she also does an installation service, but as you guys can imagine, due to the current environment of COVID, that is on pause for now. But once everything goes back to normal, we'll go back to normal. Man, listen, I know you're thinking, oh yeah, okay, but Rahim, what do you really know about wigs? What do you really know about hair? How can you really be endorsing this?
It's crazy, guys. I was thinking that.
Listen, man, Paul.
Yeah.
All I can do is tell you what I see.
Yeah.
When I see what she does.
And what do you see?
Greatness, man.
You said greatness.
Greatness. I can't lie. All it takes is one scroll through a page. It's like, wow.
You see it.
Man, all of these look great. They all look great. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
So, go support that. As I said, man, like she just does a great job.
Yeah.
She does a great job, and when someone does a great job, there's not much more you can add to it. They do a great job. So yeah. Shout out Gbemi's Hair. Keep on doing what you're doing.
And shout out all the black people.
If you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell. That's just one of the songs that we fell in love, that we remembered.
Yeah.
Not even remembered, that we agreed that we were both in love with from episode 7.
Yeah.
What, you didn't watch episode 7? Go back and watch episode 7.
You need to go back and watch track 7, bro. The podcast about nothing.
Man. Paul.
Yes, sir.
I enjoyed this one, man.
I really enjoyed this one. We had a lot to get through and we got through it somehow.
We got through it, man. We got through it. And that's all that matters, man.
That's all that matters. Alright, it's come to that time of the week The type of song you don't wait for. They eagerly anticipate. Oh, man. Some people waited for this moment just to hear what we got for them.
Man.
It is, of course, that time of the week where we pool our resources. We go into these think tanks of noggins that we have. And we say, man, what do the people need to hear this week? What do they need? What's good for the soul?
Paul.
And to that, you say what?
Paul, man. I'm changing up the vibe this time.
Okay.
Right? We've done a lot of American artists.
Yep.
Listen, I'm bringing you back to the UK.
Bring back to the UK.
That's where I'm from.
Man.
That's where I was born. I have to bring them back here.
Have to.
Cool. Listen, man. Family, man. Artist by the name of SOLOHUNNA.
SOLOHUNNA.
Jugg and Revive.
Jugg and Revive.
What song?
Man.
What song, man?
Okay.
First song out.
Yep.
Music video out. Go and stream that. Go and watch that.
Yep.
Amazing song on all streaming platforms. Listen, man. Serious.
Yeah.
Serious.
Up and coming.
Up and coming.
Yeah.
Up and coming, man. I'm serious. Like, he's serious about his thing.
Yeah.
Every time I watch his Instagram story,
serious.
Making moves, man. Making moves.
For you.
Go support him, man. As soon as possible. What about you?
Myself, had to go similar vibe and bring it home. Just local. Right out the street, Northampton. Man, I was begging. These. I was like, listen, let me premiere it on the pod. But they had their own vibe. But it is by up and coming artist, my guy DoubleK. That's the word DoubleK.
Yes, sir.
The song is Trim. Man, I was there when I watched them shoot the music video. Shout out to SGW Media who shot the music video. Sensational music video. The music video is out now on YouTube, of course. The song is Trim, up and coming. Maybe they shot that music video maybe early October, and from this song just came out this week. And he's gotten better as an artist, man. Just the work ethic has been insane. That's DoubleK, Trim, fantastic song. Just go out and listen to UK at its finest.
Oh, man.
That's what we got for you.
Huh.
Man, what a show.
What a show.
What a fantastic show. Just once again, we want to, congratulations to President-elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yes, sir.
But no, you got a job to do.
Hey. Trump, get out.
Get the fuck out.
Start packing up, nigga.
Trump, you can go ahead, clack out.
Go clack out.
Go clack out. No, I need you to clack out. You can get... Your time is up. I need you to get out.
Come on, man. Put him in a split. Put him in a
spliff. Go put in a spliff. Oh, my days. Got smoked. Get the fuck out. Nah, for real. Get the fuck out.
Hurry up.
You're still there.
I'm not drinking.
Get the fuck out. You can do your litigation from outside.
You're doing too much.
You're doing way too much. Get out. Go hate from outside the club. Hate. Oh yeah, it's enough. Okay. Man, great pod today. Great pod today. Loved it. Man. You are playing us out.
I'm playing us out today, man. Now, Paul.
Yes, sir.
You set the vibe today, man.
Okay, man.
You came in international vibes.
Oh, I gave you something.
Beautiful. You sent it back home to Nigeria.
I had to.
Love that. I love that. But I'm very aware that we have a Jamaican following as well.
Oh, wow.
And I love our Jamaican following.
Okay.
I do. Even though we watched you in the Wizkid versus Vibes Cartel.
Say it one more time.
We watched you. It was embarrassing.
I didn't expect it. I was worried for you. I was like, hey, yo.
Listen, I had to check up on them.
Yeah, I had to check up. Okay. You alright?
They seem so upset.
So angry.
Listen, man, listen. I have to show them love today.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to end off on this.
Yeah.
If you know it, sing along, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the vibes of it. But before I clock out...
Yes, sir.
I need you guys to remember...
Just remember.
Keep it in your heart.
Keep it in your soul.
Just remember that it's true.
It's so true.
Love the words of it.
Love it. Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Man.
Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Nigeria?
Yes, sir.
I said Nigeria.
That... One more time.
Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
Never carries love.
Never.